Legend has it that on August 1st, 1943, the skies above Orel in western Russia fell eerily silent, as if the clouds themselves had witnessed something that defied the normal chaos of war. A lone plane vanished into the horizon, leaving behind only swirling trails of smoke and a sudden hush that signaled the end of one of the world's most remarkable flying aces. What happened that day remains a source of debate and fascination for historians who still question whether this skilled pilot perished in the wreckage or disappeared into the annals of mystery. The story of this fearless aviator begins years earlier, in the thick of one of history's most deadly conflicts. Her name was Lili Litvyak, and she would forever be known as the White Lily of the Skies, an unexpected legend of World War II. Yet behind the glory lies a tale of shocking heroism, astonishing skill, and haunting final moments that continue to captivate us to this day. Before we dive deeper, I have a quick favor to ask. Tap that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. Each like tells the YouTube algorithm that our growing community is worth noticing, which helps more viewers discover our content and keeps our channel growing strong. Subscribe to the channel for future deep dives into the most captivating tales from history. Now let's journey back to the early 20th century and delve into the life and legend of Lili Litvyak. The seeds of Lili Litvyak's extraordinary story were planted on August 18th, 1921, in Moscow, Russia. Growing up in a period marked by turbulence and political upheaval, Lili was initially just like any other child, but her fascination with the emerging field of aviation set her apart. At just 14 years old, she enrolled in a local aero club, demonstrating a rare talent for flying from the moment she first took the controls of a biplane. By the late 1930s, as tension in Europe mounted, Lili had already logged countless hours in the sky. Few in her small circle doubted that she was destined for something extraordinary, but none could predict the magnitude of her legacy. In June 1941, Germany's surprise invasion of the Soviet Union erupted into what became the Eastern Front of World War II. Suddenly, Lili found herself at the forefront of a desperate scramble to defend the Soviet homeland. When female pilots were finally permitted to fly combat missions, she didn't hesitate to volunteer. It was the start of an unprecedented era, as young women like Lili stepped into roles traditionally reserved for men. Deemed the Night Witches by the Germans, though that nickname was more commonly attributed to the women flying night bombers, female pilots of all stripes faced enormous skepticism. Lili, however, was determined to prove her worth, and her opportunity came faster than anyone could have anticipated. By late 1942, Lili was assigned to the 586th Fighter Aviation Regiment. Her unit was soon deployed to the skies above Stalingrad, a place now synonymous with some of the fiercest fighting in recorded history. The staggering intensity of the Battle of Stalingrad tested every pilot's mettle to the extreme. Swarms of German aircraft filled the skies, and Soviet pilots frequently took to the air knowing they were outnumbered. Yet Lili displayed a mastery of aerial combat that bordered on unbelievable. In September 1942, she achieved her first confirmed victory by downing a German fighter, instantly earning her a reputation as one of the most lethal pilots in the regiment. It was a momentous occasion, shattering long-standing perceptions about women in combat roles. The staggering number of aerial engagements during the Stalingrad campaign meant that each day brought fresh horrors and triumphs. Lili's tally of downed enemy aircraft rose steadily. She earned her nickname, the White Lily, partly due to her custom of painting flowers on the side of her fighter plane. But if her gentle moniker suggested fragility, her actions told a different story. Time after time, Lili made daring moves to protect her squadron, maneuvering at impossible angles and surprising even seasoned Luftwaffe pilots. By early 1943, she was credited with multiple confirmed kills. Some sources say 12, others claim even more. This soaring success brought her fame, and the Soviet press trumpeted Lili as a heroine who embodied courage, skill, and unbreakable resolve. Despite the headlines, life on the front lines was far from glamorous. Lili experienced several brushes with death, including being shot down more than once. On one occasion, she was forced to crash land behind Soviet lines, suffering injuries severe enough to warrant a hospital stay. Even then, her morale never seemed to waver. Witness accounts describe her returning to active duty with bandages still wrapped around her wounds, refusing to let the threat of death keep her grounded. These near-miss incidents only added to her legend, feeding rumors that Lily was somehow untouchable, a pilot who danced with fate and always seemed to emerge triumphant. As the battlefront shifted in 1943, Lily found herself flying in different theaters. Her skill made her a top candidate for crucial missions, and her superiors capitalized on her growing status as a symbol of Soviet defiance. But war has a way of striking at even the brightest lights, and Lily's star was no exception. On August 1st, 1943, while flying a mission near Orel, her formation engaged a squadron of German fighter planes. Reports from her wingmates indicate that Lily was outnumbered and outgunned, fighting desperately to provide cover for her allies. Suddenly, her plane was hit. Smoke trailed from the fuselage, and Lily's fighter vanished beyond the clouds. Some claimed to see a parachute, but others insisted the plane careened into the earth. When the battle ended, Lily was nowhere to be found. The uncertainty surrounding that August day fueled years of speculation. The Soviet Air Force officially listed her as missing in action. Yet some people clung to stories of a miraculous survival. Decades after the war, rumors circulated that Lily had been captured or that she had wandered behind enemy lines and assumed a new identity. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, multiple efforts to locate her remains proved inconclusive. Finally, in 1990, Soviet authorities declared that Lily's crash site had been found and that she had indeed been killed in action. This conclusion led to her posthumous elevation to the title of Hero of the Soviet Union, the nation's highest honor. Even so, the controversy refuses to die, with some historians continuing to question the official version of events. Whether Lily perished in that final dogfight or met some other fate is a matter of debate. But what remains undisputed is her incredible legacy. In a male-dominated field, she rose to become one of the deadliest fighter pilots of World War II, earning both fear and admiration from friend and foe alike. Her story illustrates the extremes of human bravery and the perseverance required to face odds that most would deem impossible. It also underscores the cruel nature of war, where even the most gifted individuals can be extinguished in the blink of an eye. In the end, Lily Litvyak left behind a legend as haunting as it is inspiring. Her brilliance in the cockpit, coupled with the air of mystery shrouding her disappearance, ensures that her name lives on in the annals of aviation history. After all, how could anyone forget the pilot who soared through the skies like a living myth, downing enemy aircraft with uncanny precision, only to vanish into the clouds, never to be seen again? That final flight on August 1st, 1943, remains a stark reminder of the razor-thin line between triumph and tragedy in wartime. Even as years stretch into decades, her story continues to captivate. Lily Litvyak may no longer be with us, but the memory of the white lily persists, suspended in time like a brilliant star frozen in the vast night sky.